Yeah, we have quite the to-do list. I don't know, like, is it weird to just sell this one mirror? This is like what I have for the supplies for the workshop. And then the two, I think we just need 2 tables. And I immediately felt discouraged and like, oh my gosh, this is a disaster. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna do my best at making this a short intro because I have so much to get done today. It's not even funny. Like, I don't think I'm gonna get it all done because there's so much. But I'm just gonna start by going through my to-do list. But it is episode 2 of the Off-Season Chronicles. And yeah, we have quite the to-do list. So as you saw, I wrote some stuff down in my to-do list this morning, or my planner this morning. So first things first, I need to fix the sinkholes on a wholesale order for candles. I put that in quotes because I'm not on Fair. I don't officially do wholesale, but there is a Boston boutique that I sell my candles to, wholesale styles. So I sell it at a discount. She sells it higher. So there's 12 candles that I'm gonna fix the sinkholes for, and then I need to pack and ship that today. I also need to do the stickers for those candles. So I need to look at what scents we did, print the stickers out and put them on the bottoms of all the candles. Then I also need to pack and ship some other orders. I have frame orders that need to go out. I want to do a coaster order, so I have to finish a couple coasters for that. There's a sticker order I'd like to get out, which I actually forgot to write that down. Sticker order. Then I also want to prep some kit supplies. I have a lot of kits that have been ordered. I think there's like 7. They don't need to go out today. Only 1 has to go out today. So I want to do that. I also would like to start and finish a mirror. We will see. That's probably not going to happen, but if I can at least start a mirror, that would be great because I want to get the ball rolling on the release of these mirrors. And if I don't get my button gear, I'm just going to do a release of 2 mirror designs, which is what I have made. But I'd like to have a couple more in the collection. Then I also want to, I wrote list frame covers. I'm going to be listing my frame covers separate from my frames so that if you already have a frame, you can just get the cover. I've had a couple people ask for that, but I don't think they're ready to take photos of, so that's not going to be today. I wrote Bathed Dunkin', which I already did. It's 10, I think it's about 10:15 right now. 10:20, and I'm pretty proud of what I've done today. I did the animals' morning routine, my morning routine, took Duncan to go to the bathroom, bathed him. Then I want to prep for Homesy, which is this Saturday. Today is Tuesday. Yesterday was Martin Luther King Day, so I feel a little bit behind. So I want to start prepping for that. It's okay if that is a tomorrow thing. And then I want to edit a TikTok and Reel, which is my fiance's 5 to 9 after his 9 to 5. I talked about that in my last video. I want to post a video to YouTube Shorts because I want to be more consistent on there. I need to do laundry. If I get to it, I want to vacuum, and then yeah, that's everything. So let's get going. I'm gonna start by doing the sinkholes and stickers for the candle order. To save you from a ton of time lapses, I decided to do a voiceover. So here I'm prepping some supplies for the kits. I started by printing, I think like 7 pages of the stickers that go on the outside of the boxes, and then I just trim all of the white off of them. And then I printed a bunch of the instruction guides for the kits, and I fold them, I do a trifold on the 2 pages. So again, I think I had like 7 pages here, and I just did this to each of them. And then I printed and cut out a custom sticker order for a customer, and this was super easy because she actually ordered the sticker back in 2022, had just wanted a couple more copies, so I just printed them off and cut them out and packed her order up. It's 12 o'clock right now, and I wanted to do a quick check-in with where I'm at. I was able to check a couple things off my to-do list. So I fixed the sinkholes, I did the candle stickers, I did the sticker order for Etsy, and then I also packed up one of the orders. Let me show you. This is the wholesale order. I might add some more tape here because it's pretty packed. This is almost a 10-pound package, and I spent $7 on shipping. Sean introduced me to a company called Pirate Ship, and you get cheaper rates for shipping. You can ship through at least UPS and USPS. You might be able to do all shipping services like FedEx as well, I'm not sure. I ship with USPS. It's free to use and you just get cheaper rates. I set up an account, which was also free to do, and I usually use Etsy for shipping, but when I'm shipping off of Etsy, I use Pirate Ship. So I just want to mention that because it's very handy if you're trying to save money, which aren't we all? So yeah, that's very heavy. That's gonna be one of the packages that goes out today. I have a whole bunch of packages that need to go out. This is stuffed with packages, and then I need to pack more frames. But right now I'm gonna take some photos of the pink frame covers for when I list them individually. It's just the blue ones that aren't ready for photos. So gonna photograph the pink ones and then pack up the pink ones with the frames to go out today. I think we have 5 frames maybe going out today. I'm trying to look over there. There's still a lot on here, but a lot of the stuff doesn't take too long, like editing the TikTok, posting the YouTube short. Oh, and then I want to do a coaster order, so I still need to finish these coasters. But let's take some photos of the frame covers. Tell me, baby, baby, tell me what is bothering you. Tell me, baby, baby, tell me what is bothering you. Why you got your head down? Just come over to me now. I'll wrap you up in me. Give you all good energy. Yeah, there's jewels around your head, don't you forget it. Your clothing, golden threads, it's all meant for you. Now listen to my words, look right at me, and tell me where it hurts. Tell me what you need. Tell me, baby, baby, tell me what is bothering you. Tell me, baby, baby, tell me what is bothering you. I'm here for you, baby, too. Okay, it's 12:15 right now, and this is where we're at with the orders I've packed up. I'm feeling pretty accomplished, but I do have one more order to do, which is the Pooh Bear coasters that I still need to finish, obviously. But I'm gonna take a break and feed myself and Duncan, and then I will do that coaster. So let's have some lunch. Do you wanna eat? Do you wanna eat? Let's eat. Lazy enthusiasm. Okay, let's eat. Duncan, place. Sit. Down. Yes. Good boy. Okay, this is my lunch. It's a chicken and feta orzo from dinner last night, and it looks maybe not the most appetizing. Honestly, it looks pretty good, but it's so good. It was our first time making it last night, and I'll link it below in case you want to try it. It was also pretty quick, so especially with 2 people doing it, I think it took like 10-15 minutes, and then it baked in the oven for 15 minutes. So definitely recommend. I'm gonna eat this and watch some YouTube and then get back to work.
I've been paranoid, you're like a Polaroid. Picture perfect, but there's darkness you just can't avoid, yeah. And if you need to scream, well, you can talk to me. It's pretty simple, doesn't have to be a movie scene. And when it's raining out, I lay my jacket down, and you can hold my crown, cause chivalry is dying with me. Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Go to bed tonight, cause I know you've been upset all day, love.
Okay, this is what we're bringing to the post office today, and this is seriously so crazy to me. Like, every time I get my orders together to bring to the post office, I'm like so grateful. But yeah, we're gonna go drop this off. It's snowing pretty badly right now. Hopefully we'll be able to make it there because it's kind of on a hill, but yeah. Okay, so I can check off pack and ship orders. I still have to do more kit supplies, although I did a good amount. The mirror, prep for Homesy, that might be tomorrow. Edit TikTok and Reel, post to YouTube Shorts. Laundry vacuum coaster order. I did the coaster order. I think I'm gonna do these two right now. The edit TikTok and then post to YouTube. I'm gonna edit that right now, and then I think we're gonna head to the post office soon. Welcome to my fiance's 5 to 9 after his 9 to 5 as an engineer. I need a script or something. So one of the things he does is make frame covers, and then dinner, of course. I feel like it needs to be funny. I don't know, I feel like it needs to be funny and it's sounding too formal. My fiance's 5 to 9 after his 9 to 5 as an— oh my gosh, voiceovers take way longer than they should. Okay, I managed to get that voiceover done and I'm exporting the video. I'm gonna upload it to TikTok and Instagram and maybe on YouTube too, on YouTube Shorts. And then I think I'm going to start a new mirror design. I think it's just gonna be a simple design with like waves and swirls. So yeah, that's the plan. I will see you when I start on the mirror design. I'm about to start on the mirror, but I wanted to show you my snack platter because it's kind of making me laugh. If you're not snacking like a 5-year-old, what are you doing? I have some almonds, the like go-go squeeze, peanut butter and celery, and popcorn. I'm set to sit here and work. Let's do some designing. Hopefully it turns out good. It's 5:15 right now and I am in a predicament. I did this corner and then I started doing this section and the fabric did that again. And I've only run into that problem lately with making mirrors. So I don't know if it's like the way that the fabric's stretching when I punch needle, and like if I do a car coaster or a circle, it just like works out better and it doesn't like twist the fabric weird. That's the only thing I can think of. And so I don't want to keep trying to do these mirrors and then like it not working, especially if I do like 6-7 hours of work and then this happens at the end. So, and then like the whole mirror's ruined. So now I don't know what to do. I have 2 mirrors that I've made, one of which I want to keep for myself. I was going to make another. I really love it and I think I'm gonna keep it for myself because I never make myself anything and it's just like my little gift to myself, and I don't really want to try to remake it because of this happening. And then the other mirror is this cow print mirror, and I don't know, like, is it weird to just sell this one mirror? Does anyone want this? Should I sell it? because that's probably what I'm gonna do, is just list this mirror.
On the floor, 'cause I feel haunted in my bedroom. The floorboard.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday, 10:40 a.m. right now, and I'm finally sitting down to start my work day. I'm out in the living room right now because Donut's just getting into anything and everything, so I want to be out here to watch her. And I do feel like she's better behaved when I'm out here. It's weird, I don't know. Maybe she's not as bored. But yeah, I quickly wrote down my to-do list for today. I want to prep for Homesy, so I need to watch my punch needle tutorials and write some notes on what I want to talk about at the workshop. And then I need to prep the project supplies. They're gonna have two options as to which coaster they want to make. They can do the cloud design or peach design. So I need to make two basically for each person because I don't know what they're gonna pick. And then I might prep some more supplies. I'm also gonna take extra yarn and just extra materials in general. So right now I think we have 8 or 9 people signed up for the class. So I'm gonna prep 16 to 20 materials. So basically I'm gonna prep the yarn so that I don't have to cut it to length there. I'll have that ready, and then I wanna do the tracing of the designs onto all the embroidery hoops, which Sean stretches the fabric for that. So the most I can do before probably tonight is cut the fabric for him to stretch, and then I just need to gather the punch needles, the threaders, the glue sticks, make sure I have everything together. I also need to go to Walmart and get some, let me write this down, get hot glue guns because I want more than just one. I might do that tomorrow or Friday. I want to punch needle a little bit if I get to that, and then I have some packages to ship, and I might even have some to pack up. I'm gonna start by watching these tutorials and writing notes down for what I want to talk about.
Memoria, memoria, recuerdos, 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 memoria.
Okay, I just watched my cloud coaster tutorial that I include a link to if you purchase a cloud coaster kit. And oh my gosh, I keep forgetting to put my ring on. I'm so bad about it, but like I'm at home, so I'm like, Donut. Oh my god, this cat. Can I show you what I mean when I say she's getting into everything? So first of all, I had to move a plant because she kept knocking it over while I was taking those notes. And then now we have these arrow gardens that grow fresh produce, if that will ever happen, because she is just doing everything in her power to destroy it. So, hey, this is how yesterday went too, like all morning. Why don't you come off? Duncan stole one, I think. Do you have one? You sure do. Can I have it? Duncan. Leave it. Leave it. Thank you. Here we go. I also had notes already written down for the instructions I include in that kit, so I just edited that and I wrote like different tips, different things I want to go over, and I also decided that I'm gonna print out a copy of this for everyone going because I think it's just nice to have to look at and reference. So I'm gonna have a copy for myself and then a copy for everyone there, so I'll print that today. And then I also made a separate sheet for me, which is kind of like what I want to say at the beginning of the class, because I'm the type of person who needs to plan that kind of stuff out. And yeah, I think I'm actually gonna go back to that sheet that has the tips and organize it by things I need to say before they get started, because I don't want to just bombard them with all the information before they've even made the first punch. So I'm gonna do that and then prep materials for Saturday for the workshop. And yeah, I think we'll go to Walmart later today. Today is all about prepping for this workshop, which I'm getting more excited about as I prepare, because at first I was just stressed, but I think that's because I didn't have like anything prepped. So feeling good. Okay, it is 11:30 right now and I need to go prep supplies, but I've been sitting here doing some marketing and customer service, and I kind of want to talk about that because I never really talk about customer service. I know people say this, but I very much want to give my customers the service that I would want, and customer service is also just a huge reflection of your business and who's behind the business. And so really I think it's one of the most important aspects of running a business, and I just try to go above and beyond where I can for my customers. So what I'm doing right now is restocking my punch needle frames, and I've had a few people reach out to me asking when they're going to be restocked. I know this takes time and some people might disagree with me doing this, but I feel like I have time to do it and I want to provide good customer service. So I'm going into my Etsy emails and my Instagram DMs and replying to anyone who asked when the frames would be restocked and messaging them directly that they're restocked. And I'm also saying the processing time and then like the shipping time just so they're aware. So I'm saying happy Wednesday, just want to let you know that the frames are restocked in limited quantities. They are made to order with a 5 to 7 day processing time and about 3 to 5 days shipping. And also it's beneficial for me as well because I'm working to get a sale, right? I'm letting these people know so then they can go potentially buy if they're still interested versus if they miss out on seeing that. But it's mostly for the customer service aspect. Like I'm not worried about selling these frames because I know there's interest. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna finish doing this and then I'm gonna go prep materials. I also have a few orders I wanna pack before I continue with Homesy, so that is the plan.
Shapeshifter, but she can't help it. Mirroring normal to get through the day. Leaving no trace of my own DNA. Found someone I can confide in, but we just ended up fighting. Honestly, I've been hiding. Need someone I can trust right here. Heart so heavy you can't move. Your body melts into the room.
Okay, I just packed up the punch needles. There are 8 people coming to the workshop, at least as of now, and I packed 11 needles. I don't know why we would need extras. Maybe if like someone last minute decided to come. So just bringing some extras in case. I also forgot that they come with threaders, and I bought a bunch of threaders, but I don't think I'll need them because each one has 2 threaders. Also, I decided to take these 2 coasters with me as well so they can see like what the final projects look like before they decide which one they want to make. So I can't forget to take these. And I was gonna prep yarn in my office, but Donut is getting into stuff again, so I'm gonna go prep the yarn in the living room.
Stress, you've been ignoring all my texts. It's getting harder to avoid that funny feeling in my chest. Can't help but wonder what's coming next. And I've been staying up and getting all worked up, yeah, until sunrise. Thinking about all the times you've got it in my mind and all of your signs.
So I just prepped the fabric to be stretched for the frames for the workshop. I think I have like 25-ish that I did, so I'm gonna set these aside, and then I'm trying to think. I packed up the yarn, I packed up the punch needles, which have threaders, and then I also need to do felt and glue sticks, so I think I'm gonna do that next. Okay, I cut the felt off camera because I feel like there's a lot of time lapse in this video, but I have more than enough felt, and then I'm just bringing a bunch of glue sticks. And then I also have to go to the post office today and drop these packages off. And this is like what I have for the supplies for the workshop. This is the blue and white yarn, then the peach yarn, and then I just need to get more scissors. I need to buy more. I need to buy a few more hot glue guns, and then I think there was something else. I was looking at the list. Well, we have to stretch the fabric, and I want to trace the designs, I think, for everyone. And then I think that's it. So feeling pretty good. Oh, I also need to print out the instructions for everyone. Okay, that took literally 2 seconds. So I have all of the pages for everyone going through the workshop, and then I have my copies. And Sean and I are about to run to the post office, but I think I'm gonna end the vlogging here for today because that's all I'm doing for Homesy prep today, and then I might just punch needle. I don't know, I'm feeling pretty tired. We have a workout to do still tonight, so I will see you either tomorrow or Friday. It's the next morning. It's 10:45 right now. Today is Thursday, and I slept till 10 a.m. so I'm getting a late start. And I honestly am probably not going to vlog too much today. I think I'm just going to edit. I have to teach tap tonight. I might do a little bit of punch needle, but I wanted to pop in and show you a couple things, and then I'll just see you either tomorrow or Saturday for the workshop. First off, I went to Walmart last night and got some supplies for the workshop. I got 4 of these hot glue guns. They were like $3 to $4 each, so very inexpensive. Then I got myself a better pair of scissors because I use like $4 craft scissors that just are not great. So it's about time I invested in a good pair of scissors. They were only like $8, and they're cute. They're blue. So got those. And then I got scissors for the workshop. I got these Westcott like $4, $3 scissors. I got, I think, 5 of these, and then I have a couple of my own that I can take. And then I also wanted to share, I did a little draft of the wedding invitations because I got all the materials in the mail, and I think they're so cute. Like, I'm sure they'd look better if they were professionally done, but I think it's good enough. So I printed the save the date information on the translucent page. So save the date, Jessica and Sean, then we'll have the date and the venue, which we don't have yet. And then it says RSVP information on the back. Please visit the website to RSVP, and it has a couple of cute designs. And then this was the hard part, putting this piece in so that this was still loose enough to slide. So that'll be tricky to do on all the invitations. Otherwise, it'll be okay. They'll be able to lift it to see the photo, but this slides up. That's what I want it to be able to do. So like so, and then here is the photo. You saw this if you watched my last vlog, and if you didn't watch my last vlog, here it is. I really, really love this photo of Duncan's paw, Sean, and my hand. And then the back will have, please visit whatever the website is for more information and to RSVP. And yeah, this is what I'm thinking. I think it's so cute. Simple, elegant, I like it. And then the other funny thing is I got this word search to work on like in the morning when I'm eating breakfast or whatever, and I don't know, I love word searches, and I guess they're like good for you for keeping a sharp brain. And it's so funny because I did one this morning and it was the first one in the word search, and it was all wedding themed, and I was like, wow, what are the odds? So I wanted to share that. I thought it was kind of funny. I also did this last night. I just did an egg. We went to my parents, so I brought this and worked on it. Also, I think maybe I figured out why this is happening. I think my needle length was a little too short. So maybe I'm gonna keep trying mirrors, but I'm probably not gonna do too much punch needle today, mostly editing. And yeah, I will see you when I see you, whether that's tomorrow or Saturday. Okay, it's still Friday, and I know I said I wasn't gonna vlog, but I'm about to trace designs onto the embroidery hoops because Sean was able to stretch a ton of them, so I'm gonna film doing that.
Do you flirt with every girl? Do you give high fives to every guy? Am I justified in wondering what you really think of me? Am I justified in wondering, can you be trustworthy? Tall and handsome and cool, but I can't overlook the stupid things you do. Am I justified in wondering what it could be you and me? Am I justified?
just finished tracing the embroidery hoops. I left 2 blank in case like someone needs a new one to start over or anything, and I think we're going to bring extra hoops and fabric as well for that reason. I did 10 of the cloud ones, and then I think I did like 7 or 8 of the peach ones, and if 8 or more people want to do the peach, I'll just have to quickly trace them. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking that the cloud is going to be more popular, so just going to prep this for now. And then I have my other stuff here, and I think that's everything that needs to be brought, aside from we're also bringing a power strip. But I'm gonna keep editing for now. It's 2:15. I also need to eat lunch, and I'm leaving for work in about 2 hours. Today is flying by. Thursdays always fly by because I work. But I will either see you tomorrow or Saturday. I don't know how much work I'm doing tomorrow because I'm grabbing lunch with my friends and Duncan has agility. So yeah, I will see you sometime soon. It's Saturday morning. I think it's like 10:15 right now, and I have everything packed and ready to go for the workshop. So I'm glad that I only needed 2 bags. I'm also bringing my tripod. But right now, Sean and I are going to talk a little bit about how we want the workshop to go, just like so we're a little more prepared because he'll be helping me. So just like deciding what he'll be doing. And then, yeah, I will either see you at the workshop or after to debrief. I'm hoping I can get some footage there, but I'm not gonna stress too much about it because I wanna focus on the actual workshop. So we will see, but I will see you soon. And then the 2, I think we just need 2 tables. One next to each other, so it's like a triangle. And then it'll be like 6 people at each table. The fabric on the back, so I prefer they be able to do that at the table they're sitting at.
I think at the front because we're limited on outlet.
But that's cool. So it took us about an hour to get to the venue. The name of the venue is Emerald City Plant Shop in Norwood, Massachusetts. Such a gorgeous venue. She is a plant shop. She sells tea and other little trinkets. But we spent about 30 minutes setting up. We put punch needles, instruction guides, scissors. I think that's all we put at like the actual tables. And then at the front main table, we had the yarn, the glue sticks, the felt, the embroidery hoops. So when people got there, we showed them their options and then handed out the materials they needed for the projects. And I didn't get much footage of the actual workshop, so let's just skip into the recap. I want to do a recap of how my first workshop went. There's just like a lot of room for improvement on my end. Sean and I talked on the ride home, it was about an hour drive, about how we want to improve it moving forward because I don't want to just give up on workshops. But yeah, let me just walk you through how it went. So I guess I'll just start from the beginning. The setup was fine. We had 2 circular tables and then a rectangular table in front of everyone. In my head, like as I envisioned the workshop, I thought I was gonna be at that like rectangular table for most of it, showing how to do it and like, okay, next step, and so on. That definitely was not how it went. I was not at that table at all, really. So the first issue is I did not spend enough time letting them practice punch needling. Obviously I find it easy, and so I just thought it would be easier for them to pick up. So that's the first thing we're gonna change, is I want to spend at least 30 minutes probably, like dedicate 30 minutes to learning how to get the hang of punch needling. I had some instruction guides for them to reference, but I don't think anyone really referenced it. I went over everything on the instruction guide at the beginning, and I probably only spent like 10 minutes before we got into the project. Once we got into the project, everyone had issues, and there was 12 people and only one of me. Well, maybe not everyone, but at least like 10 people. Their fabric was getting compromised, their needle was facing the wrong way, and all these issues that they were having not really been given enough time to practice was ruining their project material. So we had to keep going back and giving them new projects. I think we did like probably 10 new projects for people total, and we ran out of the traced projects that were already ready, so Sean had to stretch more fabric and retrace designs to give to people, and we almost even ran out of the extra fabric we brought. So that's how it started, and I immediately felt discouraged and like, oh my gosh, this is a disaster. People aren't gonna be able to finish a coaster. Like, what is going wrong? I didn't know what was going wrong, and like after reflecting, I think it sounds so obvious, but I don't know, we need to spend more time learning how to punch needle. The other thing that I think will help a lot with that is I want to hand out graphics. So I've already made graphics for my next workshop. This one is something that a lot of people were having issues with, which was remembering what way to face the needle when they punch needle. So this shows how to do it. I also wrote a note that says keep punches close together, close up and down and side to side as you make rows. So not having graphics was definitely not helpful because they had to just watch me, and it's so small, like you can't really see what I'm doing unless I'm right next to you showing you. So people ended up needing a lot of one-on-one help with their project, which I wasn't anticipating. I knew I'd have to help a little, but not as much as I did. So I printed out these for my next workshop, and then I also printed out this handout that I think would be super helpful, which shows how to thread the needle. That was another issue a lot of people had. And then also just something that is really helpful is resting your hand on the project as you punch needle. It allows you to go faster and be more accurate. So I put that graphic. So those are the two handouts I want to pass out. I'm also going to pass out the same tips that I passed out yesterday, but with added notes, and I'm going to make more copies. I only had like one copy per every 2 people this time. And then what else? Okay, so that's how it started. So it kind of set the tone for me, and I was just like anxious kind of the whole class, but I really don't think the rest of the class was a bad experience for people. I just was hyper aware of like any issues people were having and kind of being hard on myself mentally, and like I kept whispering things in Sean's ear as I walked by. A couple times I was like, we need to keep refunds, should we refund this? I was like, I'm not hosting another event. Like I was really stressed, and I'm just being completely transparent. It felt like a complete fail at the time, and I was disappointed in myself, but I also need to give myself like grace, and I knew it was going to be a learning experience as well. I think the thing that really bothers me is people paid to be there, and so they shouldn't have to pay for me to learn how to host, you know what I mean? And again, it wasn't as bad as I think it was. 10 out of 12 people were able to make a coaster. A lot of the coasters turned out pretty well. So it did end up being a success, but I will say we extended the class by an hour. So that was another thing. I didn't realize that we were gonna need 3 hours rather than 2 hours. So moving forward, I wanna make it at least a 3-hour workshop, dedicate 30 minutes to learning how to punch needle at least, maybe even 45 minutes. Moving forward, I want to give people 2 hoops at the workshop. The first hoop will be a practice hoop. I'll draw a line on it, a circle on it, and then a corner on it, and so they can practice doing that. And I'll probably draw a couple on that practice hoop so that they can, you know, mess up that fabric or whatever before they go on to their project. So didn't even think about that beforehand. Again, it seems kind of like obvious, like, yeah, you should have done that, but I don't know, I just didn't think about it. The other thing is I want to like teach a class before my next workshop to my aunt, my mom, and my best friend. I want them to come over and I'll teach them a class so I can make sure that it's good to go, that we're good to teach future workshops. Also, I want to do simpler designs. So these were the 2 designs that people could choose from at the workshop. Both of them seem to be a little bit difficult. So moving forward, I want to do some simpler designs. Maybe I can like do this one and call it an intermediate punch needle class, and then for beginner punch needle classes I can do simpler designs like these 2. So this one's super simple. I also sell these both on my Etsy, already finished. A little self plug. But this one's super simple because it's one color and it's a pretty basic shape. So yeah, obviously you just have slight turns and then like a couple corners. So this is an easy design, and then this can be like slightly harder, but still pretty easy designs. And I think this is cute, like as a combo when we market the workshops. Oh, I also want to switch up the fabric. The fabric that I use at the workshop is what comes in the beginner punch needle kits, and I have very good reviews on my Etsy from those kits. So I know that people have been able to successfully make their coasters. The photos that people leave in their reviews look great. So I'm really thinking that what happened is people weren't able to practice long enough before doing the project. I think that's what went wrong with that fabric. But with that said, I want to change the fabric that I use at these workshops to a more forgivable fabric. So I'm gonna change it to a canvas fabric for the workshops, and that way it should be a little more difficult for people to compromise the fabric. I prefer muslin. That's what I use for my own punch needle. That's what comes in the kits because it's easier to finish the backings once you've completed the coaster, and it's also a lot easier on your hand and your wrist than canvas. But with like a small project, doing a workshop, the canvas will be fine. That's how the workshop went. That's what I've learned. I don't truly know if it went well or not. Sean's saying it was like pretty good. Obviously it started off kind of rough. The owner of the shop said that it seemed to go really well and that people were having fun. And then actually one of the ladies who took the workshop came up to me after and asked if I'd be interested in hosting a workshop at one of the restaurants she owns. So that's obviously a good sign. I don't think she would have asked me that if she hated the workshop. Also, again, to be completely transparent, at like 3:45, the workshop was supposed to end at 4. We talked to the owners of the shop and they let us extend it until 5. And so I told everyone, because no one was at the point of being ready to finish the backing of their coaster, and we only had 15 minutes like left of what they had signed up for. So I don't know, I figured people probably had plans after, they weren't intending on staying 3 hours. So I offered everyone a refund. I said that, you know, it was a learning experience and it didn't go quite as I had intended. So I'd be happy to give refunds, and we're gonna extend the class till 5 o'clock if you wanna stay. And people were so sweet and they're like, oh, no. And I was like, well, if you are interested in a refund, you can come up to us and let us know. And only one lady came and asked for a refund, and she was very nice about it, and she wasn't able to complete a coaster, so I completely understand. I would also want a refund. That is the recap of the workshop. I definitely felt defeated from like 10 minutes into the workshop to about halfway on our drive back home. But Sean and I talked, and it actually got me excited to do future workshops and just make these improvements. And so yeah, it was definitely a learning experience. I think that we can have successful workshops that I'm satisfied with in the future. Yeah, I don't want to give up on hosting workshops after my first one, because I was even like, well, maybe this is just too difficult of a craft to do a workshop with. But I don't think that's the case. I think I just have to make these improvements. And yeah, I'm going to end the vlog here. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope you subscribe, and that I will see you in my next video.
Even if I lost